What if your medicine didn't have to travel across continents, but could be safely made near your clinic and tailored to your biology? In this project, we'll explore local biomanufacturing pharmacies, personalized therapeutics produced on demand, verified through AI, blockchain, and compliance controls. We've moved from autonomous AI coordination to intelligent spaces to digital twins and synthetic immune systems. Now the question shifts from knowing the right therapy to making it safely. If AI can identify what a patient needs, can we produce it nearby, quickly, and personally? The core idea is simple. Instead of depending only on distant factories and long shipping routes, some medicines could be produced in secure local biomanufacturing pharmacies. Imagine a medical-grade cloud printer for molecules, but with strict controls. A verified prescription and biological recipe go in. Automated production and testing happen nearby, and only compliant, patient-ready medicine comes out. This model could support hospitals, rural clinics, emergencies, and highly personalized care. Modern medicine is powerful, but its supply system can be fragile. Many treatments rely on specialized factories, international transport, refrigeration, and just-in-time delivery. In stable conditions, that works well. During pandemics, wars, cyberattacks, port closures, heat waves, or extreme weather, it can break down quickly. Cold chain failures can make vaccines and biologics unusable before they ever reach patients. Personalized therapies add pressure because they often require fast, small-batch production close to the patient. Local biomanufacturing turns production into a resilience tool. Faster response, better access, and less dependence on distant supply chains. This facility is not a pharmacy counter, and it is not an open research lab. It is a controlled medical production node. It starts with 2 approved inputs, a verified prescription and an authorized biological design file. Those inputs are checked, matched, and converted into a tightly constrained manufacturing run. Automation handles sterile production steps, while AI oversight and quality systems monitor for errors, contamination, and policy violations. Nothing is released unless it is validated and auditable. The same model can scale into a pharmacy, hospital extension, disaster response pod, rural clinic, or even a space habitat. Local biomanufacturing works as a stack, not as a single machine. The production layer handles the physical work, growing, printing, synthesizing, and formulating biological products. The intelligence layer turns clinical input and process data into decisions, using AI to personalize doses, predict quality, and detect anomalies early. The trust layer protects recipes, user identity, and the full audit trail. Finally, the validation layer verifies purity, contamination risk, and release readiness. Each layer reduces a different risk. Together, they make local production safer, traceable, and scalable. A biological recipe is more than a design file. It is the controlled instruction set that defines what may be made, under which constraints, and for which approved clinical use. Before production, the recipe must be authenticated, matched to the right indication or patient context, and checked against dosage and facility limits. Distributed ledger records add provenance, origin, version history, authorization, and compliance status. Strong access controls prevent copying, editing, or running the recipe in unapproved environments. This governance protects patients, intellectual property, and trust in programmable medicine. Once a prescription is approved, the platform turns it into a controlled manufacturing workflow. Patient identity and the treatment plan are checked against the digital twin, tying the request to the right person and clinical context. The system then pulls the verified biological recipe from a secure registry. Local equipment produces the compound, while AI monitors for process drift, contamination risk, or parameter deviations. Before release, automated tests confirm safety and purity. Finally, the ledger captures the evidence, creating an auditable record for compliance, clinician review, and patient delivery. Personalization here means choosing the safest therapeutic fit, not inventing medicine without oversight. The digital twin brings together biomarkers, health history, allergies, and interaction risks. The AI formulation engine compares that profile with approved options, population evidence, and dosage models to suggest dose adjustments or a more suitable formulation. But this is decision support, not automatic authorization. Clinicians review the reasoning, confirm contraindications, and approve what can move toward manufacturing. Privacy, consent, explainability, and regulatory validation are what keep this precision process clinically trustworthy. Safe local production cannot depend on end-of-line human inspection alone. Trust comes from automated release gates that test every batch against the authorized recipe and clinical specification. The system confirms identity, purity, potency, and absence of contamination, while AI watches for abnormal signals such as equipment drift, process variation, or unexpected chemistry. Each result is written to a tamper-resistant audit trail, so regulators, clinicians, and network operators can verify what happened. If a batch fails, it does not move forward. It is quarantined, destroyed, or escalated under approved safety procedures. For local production to scale, trust has to be auditable. A distributed ledger creates a shared record across the chain: approved recipe, licensed facility, production run, operator actions, test results, and final release. Each participant writes or validates only what they are authorized to handle, while regulators can see compliance signals without becoming a bottleneck for every transaction. Smart rules can block production when an approval is missing or a license does not match the product. By the time treatment reaches the patient, clinicians can verify its origin, authenticity, and safety status before use. The access model changes from moving fragile products to moving trusted instructions. Today, many biologics depend on aircraft, trucks, warehouses, and refrigeration staying intact across long distances. Local biomanufacturing shifts the critical step to secure recipe transmission, followed by validation and production near the point of care. That matters for remote communities, where days of delay can affect outcomes. It also matters after disasters, when roads, ports, power, or cold storage fail. With verified recipes and regional production capacity, health systems can respond faster to outbreaks, shortages, and seasonal demand. This approach matters most when time, distance, or personalization make standard supply chains too slow. A remote clinic could produce essential medicines without waiting weeks for delivery. A disaster zone could support rapid production of vaccines, nutrients, or therapeutics near the need. Hospitals could create more tailored biologics and rare disease treatments. And in space, controlled habitats could make critical medical products locally, reducing dependence on cargo shipments. By 2050, the pharmacy could become a verified production node, not just a place that dispenses medicine. Urban grids may connect hospitals, public health systems, and patient digital twins to produce therapies closer to demand. Remote communities could manufacture licensed essentials locally, gaining resilience when supply chains fail. During outbreaks, disasters, or climate-driven disruptions, emergency pods could activate and make what is needed. The larger shift is adaptive medicine. Personalized, local, quality-controlled, and globally coordinated, so healthcare can follow people wherever they live, recover, or even settle next. Project 13 closes the loop from health intelligence to therapeutic action. By combining AI formulation, local biomanufacturing, DLT provenance, testing, and distribution, care becomes more resilient and closer to where it is needed. The same architecture supports personalized medicine, rural access, disaster response, and space health. Next, we expand from the body to microbiomes, food, climate, and longevity habitats.